Running a field service business is all about efficiency, and you don't want to be duplicating your work. And what I mean by that is, for example, if you create an estimate by adding all the details like line items from the price book, etc., you want to just copy it to the job and then again to the invoice. All these things, if you have to do separately, then you need to do it 3 different times. But with FieldCamp's action functionality, where you can easily convert an estimate to a job and then a job to an invoice, or the second option, you can convert an estimate directly into an invoice. And both of these functionalities are just with the press of one button. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do that. So what you will do is you will head over to FieldCamp's dashboard, and over here from the sidebar, as always, you will head over to the Grow module, which has the estimates and invoices listed down. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create an estimate. Creating an estimate, pretty straightforward. You will select the client. In case you want to change the document template, you can select the document template. Then you will add an item from the price book, however that you want. Whatever that you want. And you will just say, for example, I want to add this line item. Then I will add that to this particular estimate. If I want, I can enable the e-signatures, add a contract. I'll just say something like, hey, estimate is subject to change after job, something like that. And then if I want any notes or anything, I can write that as well. And I will just add the deposit request of 20%. Once this is done, I'll just save this estimate. And as an owner, you can sign this by going into more actions, sign the estimate. Once you sign it, you can send it to the customer. The email would be automatically pulled from your CRM. But another thing you can do is you can preview it as client. And over here, you will see like what will the client see. The client can approve the estimate or they can sign it as well. I'll just sign it and it will automatically change the status to approved. Now if I go back to the FieldCamp dashboard, over here you will see the status is automatically approved. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this to a job. Now as I said earlier, in FieldCamp, under the everywhere there is this button called as actions, and under actions there is various features that are just one click away. So for this one, what we are looking for is convert to a job. I'll just say convert to a job. Everything that we entered into the estimate will automatically come here in the line items, like white color print, which was the thing that we added. And in the basic information, there will be all the client details. By default, the job will be scheduled later. You can change it if you want to. You'll just select the status of it. Just add a date and time. For this one, I'm going to use the AI scheduling feature to help us find a slot. Of course, I'm the only one on this account. I'll just select Miami, go to next tab. Over here, you will see something like converted from this estimate. It is just a note. We want to pass it over. If you want, you can remove this, or you can just say create from estimate. Now the job has been created and technicians will see the job on the mobile app, and there will be visits that they can view as well. So visits is what they will see, and they can change the status of it, like go for visit, reach destination, then start work, finish work, and then once the work is finished, the status will be completed. Once the status is completed, what you can do is you can say generate invoice from the action button. Again, as I said, there is an action button everywhere. What you can do is you can just say generate invoice, and everything which was prepared will be passed over here, and I'll just save it. So once this is saved, the estimate is prepared. The invoice is prepared and it has been converted from estimate. So the estimate information was passed to a job and job information was passed to an invoice. Now you can either go in on this route, or what you can do is you can go into an estimate, for example this one, and you can directly convert into an invoice without having to convert into a job. So that flexibility depends a lot on what your workflow process is like, but just know that both of these functionalities are available. And now what I'm going to show you is how you can automate this. So you can automate it using our workflow builder, where what you will do is you will create a workflow like this, that when this happens, so say that when an estimate is approved, for example, then what you can do is you can either convert, actually you can just check, like it's a check condition, or you can just convert into a job. So what I'll do is when an estimate is approved, I'll just say send invoice, something like this. So when an estimate is approved by the client, you can send the invoice to the customer directly. Now you can reach out to us and you can say that, hey, I have this particular workflow which I would like to automate, and we are able to do that for you. But in this workflow, what we have set up is that, hey, when an estimate is approved by a client, then just send the invoice directly. This is for use cases where you want to accept the payment upfront and then do the job. If you want to be like, hey, when an estimate is approved, create a job. Once the job is done, then send out invoice, for example. Then we'll create a workflow in that scenario. But yeah, in this video, we went through how you can convert an estimate to a job to an invoice, and how the workflow module ties all of these things together in case you want to automate it, because we are not a field service management software. We are a field service automation software. Thank you.